What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we are returning once again to our Lights Army because, well, there's just been so much to do this week. This event has been amazing. We've been able to do tons of upgrades. I kind of want to check to see. Of course, this happens every single day. It is a constant struggle to stay ahead in the light faction, and I just gotta keep building more heroes, which means I have to grab more hero copies out of here, which is just, oh my goodness. How many is this? You know what, I'll take care of this later. I'll get us back in the lead because we do have a ton of food. We got 75, which is what, almost 20 heroes. So yeah, I'll do the math on it so I don't like grab too many. We need to keep making more light food, but part of the reason why we're running into this issue is because we're taking so many of these heroes that are light heroes and then we're instantly turning them over into transcendence. We got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 tenant transcendence heroes. Yeah, that's kind of part of the reason why food gets a little sticky, but we do have something we can do today. So as you guys know, previously we were waiting to get our third core, basically, or rather our fourth core, to get this doppelganger Natalie leveled up. In the meantime, we don't really need to worry about it. What we do need to worry about is continuing our Destiny transition, and I did take the time and I just got our Mystic Fairy Frey up to Chaos just because, well, this is now going to let us do another upgrade. We're now going up to Temple level 13. Now, that's not a huge boost because 13 from 12 doesn't give an extra star. You don't get that that extra star until you go up to 14, but it does mean we can bring some heroes up to a higher tier, or we can also take a hero like our Sun Devourer Eos and make our fourth Nirvana hero. And I don't know if that's necessarily the play. Her stats are actually getting up there. 59 million attack. It just goes to show how much power the Soul Gathering statue has, because she's not a homeowner whatsoever, which honestly makes me kind of want to take Asmodel and not make him a homeowner and make him a tenant for our Doomtermer Vulcan. That way we're feeding even more stats to him, and I think that might be the play. Maybe, kind of, sorta. It feels like that would be a really good decision, and should we do that? The other thing is I did finally upgrade to 3-star gear on our Eos, so she's giving even more stats, and as you guys can see, almost up to 111 million power or attack, and that's not even using like an attack type stone. If you use attack, is well over 110. So I guess this is decision time. Do we just continue going for more Nirvana heroes? Because again, we just went up to 13, which means we can build one more. Or do we go for the divine power on everybody? Because again, if we can get to 14, that would be pretty big. The only downside, the downside here is we need an additional core and an additional polystar, which is an issue. We have polystar, core. So you see how we have the 3 cores and the 2 polystars. The second we take one of those cores and make it a polystar, we then need to make 2 more core heroes, which the problem is we just don't have the heroes to level up right now in reality until we have this doppelganger Natalia leveled up, because this is the only other hero, because I don't think G-Stir can do it. No, we don't have a core for G-Stir. Literally, oh, this makes it feel so bad when your bag looks like this. Just, there's so many cores of origin for so many heroes we just don't use anymore. Heck, we even got the freaking Patricia one. My goodness. So yeah, until we can get Natalia up there, that's gonna be the problem, because again, like I said, we can take like one of you guys, maybe like one of the tenants, and turn them into a polystar, but then we need 2 core heroes, which means number 1, we need to take this Mystic Fairy Frey up from Chaos to core, and then we need to take somebody else all the way up to core, which is not the easiest thing. Definitely not the easiest thing, because we don't need any more Chaos, but yeah. So actually, no. Yeah, we need to take Frey up to here, one of the core up to here, and then we have another one from scratch. So right now, that's pretty irrelevant. We cannot do that on our account. So what we're just going to do is we're going to continue to Destiny Rise our main heroes here, and Sun Devourer Eos is going to be getting that boost here. We should not have enough materials. Oh man, only get to level 35 because we finally ran out of Scattered Spirit Vein, which is kind of crazy to think. Although Although, now that we got the level, the transition temple level, I can do this, and then I can just activate it so that she has her divine power again, and then I can just pump the rest of the resources in here. You can kind of play this game back and forth, like, okay, well, I want to get the next tier so I can have another Nirvana hero. Once you unlock that tier, you don't regress. You don't go backwards. You can keep your Nirvana 100 hero, and now we have 4 Nirvana 100 heroes, which is insane. Absolutely insane. So, he's now 61 million attack, which means now he's 114 million attack. Oh man, that was like a 3 million, maybe a little less than 3 million, 2 point something million attack. So that's interesting. Definitely interesting how we're doing this, because again, I think at this point I want to just remove you as a homeowner. And if we remove you as a homeowner, we also get a bunch of resources we don't need from these other tenant heroes too. There's a lot of positives to this. Although we're still in one really sticky situation, but it's interesting because we could get more life stars activated too. We could put more life stars on more heroes, which would mean more fixed stats for heroes. So like my thought process here is we have this Doom Turn Vulcan. What we could do is activate another life star here technically. Like we could do this, I think. Or wait, which one do we have? Oh, wait. Oh! Huh. So you can only have one of each. Never mind, I guess we can't because we have the pieces for the other one. I didn't realize that. You can only have one of each holy life star. Interesting. Well, the burn one would actually be kind of cool on her. Or maybe the energy one. Because if we unlock that, we then unlock the tree, essentially, which would give her a ton of extra fixed stats, and then her getting a ton of extra fixed stats would just pump up the main Doom Terminator Vulcan, I think. Pretty sure that's how that works, and that could be really interesting. Really interesting. So let's take a look. Let's see if we did stop this the other day. We didn't keep pushing. I feel like this is going to be easy now, although easier said than done. We're in a new difficulty. There's a ton of crowd control effects, and even with that golden crown, holy cow, Ceiling 40 seems really difficult. Natalia gets a basic, which is good. That's a lot of shields. That's a lot of shields. We did get petrified, so that's not good. Just need to not get petrified this round. And Vulcan maybe can just crush everything? Not quite. We did keep some control on them, though, which is interesting. He packs such a punch now. Even his basic attack does so much damage, and hey, we managed to punch our way through it. Cool. So maybe we can get like to the end of Ceiling 40, and then once we get to the end of Ceiling 40, I think we might need another super strong hero. The only downside is since Eos and Asmodee will be tenants, they'll never gonna be this like 100 million attack power, but they'll still be like in the 50 to 60 million pretty easily, and they'll be passing those stats along to Doom Terminator Vulcan. That's really good. Yeah, this Natalia is like putting in work for our team, keeping our Vulcan alive so that he can do this over and over again. And he's actually getting like a ton of crowd control too, which is amazing. And that's like the only thing letting us beat these waves, I think, is his own crowd control, which I guess we could use his own core, but I don't think anybody else will get chances to attack to get that CC on the enemy. This wave seems a little easier, although we did get double crowd controlled, which is not great. I had a huge hit right there. It's crazy the amount of power we have on this Vulcan, and he still feels like sometimes he barely makes a dent in the enemy team. Nah, Natalia went down, so we don't get any more shields, but we just CC'd the entire wave. Oh, counter CC'd. Oh my goodness. This is definitely possible. I don't think the boss wave is going to be possible, but I guess adding those extra stats from Nirvana is going to help. Every little bit helps. It's 2 million here, 3 million here, 3 million here, 5 million here, 20 million from Lifestar. And then we're about to finish one of our sanctuary journeys in the ethereal realm. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Ethereal realm. Which means we're going to be able to unlock even more stats here pretty soon. Okay, we got the shields from Natalia. I like that. We did get CC'd in round 2. I don't like that. Wonder if I need to run Balance Strike on him. I wonder if Balance Strike would keep him alive, or if he would get like too squishy. Let's try it. Let's see what happens, because he's basically guaranteed to crit every single time. I don't know if he would be able to survive all those hits in the round, even if he was at full HP, but I guess we'll give it a shot. And the nice thing about the crown we have on him is at round 5, he gets all those damage bonuses maxed out again. Oof. Yeah, that was probably the worst setup there. We kind of need him to not be CC'd if this is going to work with Balance Strike. It's a basic, so he's going to get a round 3 active, hopefully. As long as he doesn't die here. This is going to put him back to full HP. Plus he does more damage. Yeah, I don't think he can last that round right there without having Unbending Will. I think right there he absolutely just needs Unbending Will. Although getting the shield right here is kind of huge. No, too squishy. There's too much RNG involved with that. I think just going back with Unbending Will is going to be the way to go with him. It's crazy to see how hard these game modes are. Man, Muscle Memory still sends me right there for Sealand. Let's do one more attempt. Sadly, it's like you just got to go the tankiest possible with these heroes. You can't even worry about like offensive stats as much. You just need them to survive. And maybe at this point, running like additional armor on our Doomturmer Vulcan would be good. I don't know. He did get CC'd right here, which is not good. Round 3 active. Talia did live, which is good. Give him additional buffs. I don't think she's going to live to her basic, is she? Maybe. If she does, that'll be huge. More shields. Ooh, this is going to be the one right here. We get a full HP bar of shields, which is a lot of survivability for Vulcan. I think that does it. I think it does. Yes, it does. Perfect. Natalia coming in clutch, man. Like, for real. And then we'll do one attempt here. Even with this 4th Nirvana hero, I don't think it's going to happen. Adding the boss into the equation just adds so much more RNG to it and a lot more incoming damage. Yeah, round 2 we're just CC'd. That's just not going to happen. So I think for Vulcan, the best way to get him more survivability is going to be continuing to level up this, because at 13, if we release it 3 times, it'll trigger an X action apply to the 2 heroes with the lowest health, giving them a 100% chance to dodge. I think that's going to be our best bet here for this one. And even though it says we're at 19,054% completion, we just need to finish the Star Language world, which if we take a look, we're at 87% today. So tomorrow, I think we can finish this out. I think we'll be done. And then that's basically going to unlock more bonuses here, because technically we have more of these resources to go to the next one, the Fate Blazing, which, I mean, you can see how much attack, like it just keeps going higher and higher. Like, it's just crazy. We're going to get even more, and maybe that'll be a difference maker. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We got 4 Nirvana heroes now. As you guys can see, she is a candidate now, and I think that might be what we do. I think it is, although, man, I just realized he's not even Nirvana, but in order to get him Nirvana, we got to do these other things. So we'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.